Hello everyone. Today I'll be talking about day 22 of the Bible recap. So Genesis 30 and 31. In these chapters we can see that Rachel, Jacob's wife, ends up getting jealous of Leah, who bears him 4 children. So then she ends up giving her maids to Jacob in order to bear children for him, basically making him cheat on his wife or on his wives. And she bears children, and every time that the maid bears children, she always thanks God for the children, conflating those two. And then the same thing happens with Leah as well. As soon as Leah stops bearing children, she then gives her maid as well in order to bear more children for Jacob, and she starts getting jealous when that happens. Both of them end up getting jealous for some reason, most likely due to comparison. And then later in the story, we can also see that Jacob starts doing some weird selective breeding in order to get more animals for his flock. And when Jacob starts thinking that it's time to leave, he ends up lying to his wives about why he's actually leaving, and starts taking out details from the actual story. And then he leaves basically, I think in the middle of the night, not telling anyone. He leaves, he takes all his property, doesn't tell anything to his father-in-law, and he leaves, not saying anything. So basically, again, trying to trick and run away. So then when that happens, they actually end up on a hill together when his father-in-law catches him, and they make a covenant, I guess. But after this, God still blesses Jacob. And I think the meaning of this is basically, even though that God hates sin, he still has we still have grace from him. And the fact that God still blesses those who do sin is 100% grace from us. Like, God hates sin, but he loves sinners. And I think that's such an amazing story, that even though that Jacob and his wives and his father-in-law, they were all playing tricks with each other, they were not being honest, they were doing deceptions, everything like that, God still blessed Jacob and his wives. So to me, that's just a beautiful thing, that even though that we may go through life still sinning every day, we can know that God, our Father, still blesses us and still loves us, even though that we do sin. So in that same vein, we should try to be better for our God who loves us. Thank you.